As you might know, a lot of big companies are moving to the DMV area, and that's the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. So it's probably why you're watching this video. But here are 10 things that you need to know before moving to Maryland. Before we get started, my name is Bryan Sumardi, and I'm a local lender. I was born and raised in Silver Spring, Maryland, so I kind of know my way around here. So I want you to not forget to hit that subscribe button and like the video so I can reach more people who are moving here. Alright, let's get right into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the cost of living. Maryland is an expensive state to live in. I'm not gonna lie. The cost of living here is definitely higher than the national average, especially in places like Bethesda and Potomac, which could also be an attraction to why you want to come here, because we also have one of the richest counties in the country. The median income of homeowners in Montgomery County alone are above 6 figures. With big tech companies like Amazon and major DoD, Department of Defense, or just government employees here that pay well, you're going to have to expect a higher cost of living. Now let's get into topic number 2, and that's going to be traffic. Maryland has some of the worst traffic in the country. The highways connecting you to Virginia and DC can get very congested during peak hours. So it's best to consider living close to your workplace to avoid these long commutes. But definitely for someone who's actually lived here, if you're on your come up, sometimes you have to take those long commutes to take these better jobs in order for you to move your way up. To me, I always think there's levels to everything. Now let's get into topic number 3, and that's going to be the climate. I don't even know where to start on this one. Honestly, a couple of days ago, we were in the high 30s to 50s, and currently we're in early April, and then today we're hitting 80s, I think, for the rest of the week. So it's safe to say that we have all 4 seasons here. Next, at number 4, will be taxes. Maryland has high state and local taxes. You can say the income tax rates are progressive. There will be higher rates for people who have higher incomes who move to the state. I was literally just at the Maryland courthouse just trying to figure out if we could not pass a bill to have 10% increases for property taxes in Montgomery County. Now we'll go to number 5, and that's going to be education. Maryland is also known to have one of the best education systems in the country. The state invests heavily in their education, specifically in their high-ranked public schools and top-rated universities. Next, at number 6, let's get into diversity. As a person who grew up here and a person who has traveled to Seattle, LA, San Diego, Miami, New York, and has lived there for a certain amount of time, I can definitely say the DMV, or Maryland in general, is one of the most diverse places I ever lived. And I could really just say that we find a way to get along with each other. I personally think we have the best food in the country. When you think of Hispanic foods, we have Peruvian, we have Mexican, we have Colombian, and that's what I just think of off the top of my head. We also have a very strong black community here where you can find Jamaican, Ethiopian food. There are plenty Michelin star restaurants in DC, and for the Asian foods, you have your Vietnamese, you have your Korean, you have your Chinese, like you name it, we have it here. So I definitely think food helps mesh the communities together very well. But let's go into topic number 7, and that's going to be our beaches. Maryland has some beautiful beaches along the Atlantic Ocean. And just to name a couple, think of Ocean City and Assateague Island. From my high school years to my early college years, I can definitely tell you I spent a lot of time in Ocean City. So these places definitely attract the tourists during the summer months. So speaking of attractions, it leads me to topic number 8, which is sports. Now, if you're just talking about Maryland specifically, we are home of the Baltimore Orioles in baseball and the Baltimore Ravens for football. But if you're talking about the entire DMV area, we're also home to the Washington sports team for football, the Washington Nationals, and the DC United soccer team. And I can't forget the Washington Capitol for my hockey fans out there. I love food so much, I made topic number 9, food. I'll keep this one short. Maryland is known for seafood, specifically our crabs. It's pretty easy to find a seafood restaurant that's offering steamed crabs or fresh crab cakes. And topic 10 is going to be history. Maryland is one of the original 13 colonies, so definitely you'll find a lot of historical memorabilia or historical landmarks. So North Maryland, you can find the Antietam National Battlefield or Fort McHenry. And I can honestly say the DMV loves their history so much, we have free museums. Free historical museums in DC. I later realized in life that most other places or other states, you have to pay to go to museums, so it's something that you can take for granted here. But it's a nice place to hang out. So I guess there you have it. These are the 10 things that you need to know before moving to Maryland. If you need a local lender, check the links in the description and schedule a consultation. So until next time, I'll see you later. Peace.